Hi, my name is Julia. Welcome to the Eventure project demo. Eventure is a social app that allows users to save, share, and explore events and experiences. I want to mention upfront that due to the cost of using the Google Maps API, geocoding library, and places library, we decided not to deploy Eventure publicly with the API key. However, the app is fully functional locally with your own Google API key, so feel free to clone the repository and run the project locally using Docker Compose. Otherwise, enjoy the video. Eventure was built as a team project. Our team consisted of 3 developers. Bell handled the Eventures backend and front-end components, Brian managed user and friend services, and I was responsible for integrating the Locations API, managing third-party map integrations, and designing the front-end styling. Eventures architecture is designed using a microservices approach with FastAPI managing backend services and React powering the front-end. Each service is containerized using Docker, making it easy to manage and deploy. When visiting the site as a logged out user, the main section features a video of a dynamic map that provides a quick visual intro to the app. The navbar at the top has links to home, explore, log in, and sign up. I'll scroll down to the Eventure About section and an Instructions section, which use AOS animations for added dynamics. When I click on each step, a text box appears with more information about the step. The text box smoothly transitions between these steps using state management in React. This interaction makes the instructions clear and easy to follow. At the bottom, the footer has a Meet the Team section with links to each of our LinkedIn profiles. Now let's head to the Explore page. The Explore page is where users can find Eventures created by others. For now, I'll show you the logged out version. When prompted, I'll allow access to my location. The map will now center on my general position. If location access is not granted, it defaults to a preset location. Eventure uses the Google Maps API to display the map and uses geocoding to translate the address into coordinates for the location markers. The page is split into 2 sections, a list of locations on the left and a map on the right. Let's explore a few locations. Each country and city have drop-downs that collapse to improve UX. Clicking an Eventure in the list pans the map and opens its details. Each Eventure is represented by a colored pin based on its category: blue for food and beverages, purple for points of interest, and green for events. The legend at the bottom left is interactive. Clicking on a category filters the pins shown on the map. This helps users easily navigate and find events they're interested in. At the top, there's a search bar where users can search by city, country, or Eventure name. As you type in the search bar, the results dynamically update. After exploring a few Eventures, I'll head to the sign up page. After signing up as new user, I'm redirected to the logged in homepage with a personalized dashboard, along with links to view and add Eventures, explore, and see other users. Since new user has no Eventures yet, I'll add one. The address field uses the Google autofill API to ensure valid entries. After saving, the new Eventure appears in my Eventures list and a pin is added on the map. Clicking View Eventure takes us to the Eventures detail page. I'll edit the Eventure by marking the checkbox Been There Done That, adding a note, and clicking Update. All changes reflect instantly on the site. The Eventures page lists all users, with options to send and accept friend requests. I will show you how this works later in the demo. Now I will log out and log in as Julia. When I go to Eventures now, I can see that I have 3 locations on the left with 1 Eventure at each location. The Logged In Explore page has an additional filter on the legend, Hide Mine, which hides your own Eventures from the map. The pins are slightly different when logged in also. If the Eventure was created by the current user, the E is more transparent. The legend and interactivity are similar to the logged out version, but clicking on another user's Eventure gives options like Save to Future Eventures. Now I will head back to the Eventures page and click on a friend request. You'll see that I have a pending request from user ID 2, which I will go ahead and accept. Once accepted, I can navigate to my friends list where Bob, user ID 2, now appears. To confirm, I'll log in as Bob, and when I check his friends list, you'll notice Julia has been added as well. While this feature is still a work in progress, the core functionality is already in place and working smoothly. Now I'll go over the Eventure codebase, explaining the structure and different services of our project. Our project has 3 main services: DB, API, and GHI. DB is the PostgreSQL database that stores all user and Eventure data. API is the FastAPI-based backend service responsible for handling API requests and managing database interactions. GHI is our front end built with React and Vite, responsible for rendering data and providing user interactions. The Docker Compose YAML file manages service connections and environment variables like database URL and Vite Google Maps API key for Google Maps integration. Our API folder is where the core backend logic resides, broken down into the following main directories. Migrations manages all SQL-based database migrations. Models houses Pydantic models for Eventures, JOT payloads, locations, and users. Queries contains our SQL queries for locations, Eventures, and user interactions. Routers defines routes for the API, split into auth, Eventure, location, and user routers. Tests includes unit tests to maintain code quality. Utils contains helper functions and custom exceptions. The main py file is the entry point of our FastAPI app, initializing the routers and handling CORS policies to enable front-end back-end communication. The GHI directory contains all the front-end logic. The main subfolders are components, which are our reusable React components, such as Explore Map, Sign-up Form, Eventure Detail, Friend Request, etc. Hooks are the custom hooks for managing state and authentication. Services are the service files for making API requests to the backend. Assets are media files like the background video, logos, and images. Index.html is a basic HTML file that provides the skeleton for the app, including a div with the ID root, which is where the entire React app is injected. It also links to external Google Fonts and loads the main.jsx script to kickstart the app. App.jsx is the main component that controls the flow of the application. It imports key components like navbar, footer, and error notification, and wraps everything inside the Google Maps provider for map functionality. The component also manages user login state and controls user actions like logging out. The main.jsx file is the entry point for rendering the React app. It sets up the router using React Router DOM to handle navigation across different pages such as home, sign up, sign in, and Eventure-related pages. It uses an auth provider component to ensure authentication context is available throughout the app. Finally, it mounts the app at the root element in index.html. This project was a team effort, and while I worked on the Google Maps integration, the style design, and the locations API development, I'm proud of how we collaborated to build out all of the features. The Google Maps integration was challenging but rewarding. I learned so much about connecting front-end components with back-end data, and it was a really great opportunity to push my skills further. Working alongside my team made the experience even more enjoyable, and we're thrilled to have achieved a perfect score for the project, plus a little extra credit on top. Check out the links in the description for more info. Thanks for watching my demo of Eventure.